Can you feel it? Speed, adrenaline, power. Rolling with the thunder. It's time for Thunder Talk. Brought to you by Jailhouse Saloon on Wild Country 99. Now, here's your host, Dan Bailey.
Fresh off the heels of an amazing US MTS special event last Friday night at Mississippi Thunder Speedway, we have another amazing event coming up this Friday night. It's a double special. Not only will you be able to see some of the regular cars of a Friday night program, but we're also throwing a couple of extra divisions your direction this Friday night. The USRA Stock Car Special is going to happen this Friday night, and also the first appearance of the Victory Promotion 600 Mod Touring Series. And to talk with us this week about the Touring Series is Chris Abts. Chris, you are not only a former race director at Mississippi Thunder Speedway, but you're also now a regular weekly competitor in this 600 mod division. Tell me, what was it that initially got you involved with this 600 mod class a couple of years ago?
Well, it was a new class that was coming out, and it's all about cost there. We can get into a chassis that's pretty cheap, so it gave us an option to get into a car that was pretty fast at a low budget.
Last couple of years, you have been a weekly competitor at Mississippi Thunder Speedway in the Red Box Plus 600 Modified Division. This year, you were helping to support the Touring Series by becoming the title sponsor with the Victory Promotions 600 Mod Touring Series. Tell us a little bit about Victory Promotions and why you decided to get involved with the Touring Series.
Well, Victory Promotions was a small business that started up to do concealed carry permits for residents of Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota. Those that are new shooters and those that want to get their carry permit.
That's actually what you did for a living, right? A former military member, correct?
Yep, I was infantry for 8 years.
I've been following the 600 Mod Touring Series on Facebook. You've become pretty integral with the success of the series so far this year. Tell us your thoughts on how the Touring Series is doing for 2017.
We are a growing class. We've got about 50 cars here in the Midwest, and we're trying to grow that up. We did the tour here probably about 5 years ago, and we're just trying to find some things that the drivers like, see some new tracks, try to stay out a little bit better than the normal weekly night. Pretty good time.
Not only are you the face of the Touring Series or the director of the Touring Series, but you're also a competitor in the Touring Series. So tell me, who's the hot shoe right now in the Victory Promotion 600 Mod Touring Series? Who, in your mind, are several of the guys who are going to be battling for a win?
The guys to definitely watch out for is our local Chris Gilbertson out of Trumbull, Wisconsin. He racked up one of our first wins this year, and another gentleman by Joe Provozino from Chanhassen, Minnesota. He has the second victory. But we got a whole lot of good guys. We had Cody Gardner that just won his first feature in the 600 at Mississippi Thunder last week. And we got the Dugan boys from Waukon. They're always tough.
One of the neat things about the Touring Series is not only are you introducing this series and this style of race car to different fans, but you're also introducing these drivers to different track types. You guys are visiting several different speedways in the upper Midwest. Tell us about some of the other tracks that you visit throughout the year.
We do make trips to other tracks, those being Upper Iowa Speedway in Decorah, Fayette County Speedway down in West Union, Iowa, and we're making a trip for the first time up to Red Cedar Speedway, Menominee. Some of them are a little bit higher banked, some are a little flatter, some are smaller. I think Red Cedar is probably one of our bigger ones, and MTS with that high side. I know Kyle Jumbeck will be up there. That should be a blast.
These little 600 mods are super fast, aren't they?
They are. With being only 900 pounds, they can fly. We see average speeds probably around 80 to 85 miles an hour.
We will see you and your competitors at Mississippi Thunder Speedway this Friday night for a special event, Victory Promotion 600 Mod Touring Series. Chris Abts, thanks very much for joining us this week on Thunder Talk.
Thanks, sir. It's always a pleasure.
Hey, don't forget, you can also follow all of my social media efforts. On Twitter, my account is at Dan Bailey MTS. That's at Dan Bailey MTS. I try to keep the race fans who are unable to make it to the track up to date with live results, especially event winners. Again, follow my Twitter account. That's at Dan Bailey MTS, at Dan Bailey MTS.
That was Thunder Talk with Dan Bailey, brought to you by Jailhouse Saloon. Listen to Live Trackside every Friday on AM 1380 KG Country. And don't forget to vote for the Driver of the Week on the Mississippi Thunder Speedway's Facebook page. Thunder Talk with Dan Bailey, brought to you by Jailhouse Saloon and Wild Country 99.
Come on down to the Jailhouse Saloon. Yeah, come on down to the Jailhouse Saloon.
The Jailhouse Saloon is where everyone wants to do time. Come on in and nab up some of the best homemade pizza around. The Jailhouse has happy hour weekdays from 2 until 6, free pool on Mondays, and lunch every day at a great price.
The Jailhouse Saloon, where everyone wants to do time.